I greet you in the wonderful name of Jesus Christ this morning. It's good to be in the house of the Lord. The subject this morning is Friends of Jesus. The book of St. John, chapter 15. Jesus had this to say about his relationship with us. I am the true vine, reading from verse 1. And my Father is the husbandman, or he is the caretaker, or the gardener. Every branch in me that beareth not fruit, he taketh away, and every branch that beareth fruit, he purgeth or prunes it, that it may bring forth much fruit or more fruit. Now you are clean through the word which I have spoken unto you. And listen to this. Abide in me, and I in you. As the branch cannot bear fruit of itself except it abide in the vine, no more can ye except you abide in me. So in case there are people out here that are thinking that you're doing the things, some of the things at your own strength, at your own steam and carrying on, well, fine. One of these days you're going to fall flat and find out it's not supposed to be you. It's supposed to be He, Christ in you, that makes things happen. Listen to what He said. Abide in me and I in you, as a branch cannot bear fruit of itself. I'm not talking about somebody walking down the street. I'm talking about you that accepted Jesus Christ as your personal Savior. If you accepted Him as your personal Savior, then He's supposed to abide in you and you in Him. And as you abide in Him and He abides in you, then you can do things that is sustainable, that keeps. I am the vine and ye are the branches. He that abideth in me, verse 5 that is, and I in him, the same bringeth forth much fruit, for without me ye can do nothing. It's very frightening, especially for you that have that mentality, well, I've got it made. By my 30th birthday, I will retire as a millionaire, perhaps a multimillionaire. That's great. That's good. But without Jesus, you're a pauper. You might have that balance in the bank, but you're nothing. That's what Jesus says. Without me, nothing. If a man abide not in me, he is cast forth as a branch and is withered. And men gather them and cast them into the fire, and they are burned. If you abide in me and my words abide in you, ye shall ask whatever you will, and it shall be done unto you. For you that are praying and having nothing done, or nothing coming to pass, for you that are praying and having no answers, well, there's your answer here. Nothing is going to be done because you're not in Christ. Of course, there are other situations. I don't want to throw that into the same category and put that in and say, what are you talking about? Because there are situations where you pray much about and God still doesn't answer. There are situations like that, and that is not you. You don't qualify in that situation because you're not there yet. There are mature people that have walked with Him, people that have talked with Him, people that know who God is. He doesn't answer sometimes, and He knows why He does. So here, that doesn't apply, so don't put that in here. Ask what you want, and it shall be done unto you. Anything you want, you'll do it. Herein is my Father glorified, that you bear much fruit, so shall you be my disciples. Keep that in mind, that you bear much fruit, and that you'll be my disciples. Now let me go down to verse number 13. Greater love hath no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friend. Now before I hinge on a few more verses following that, let me go to the friendship of Jesus. Now three words are used in reference to friendship. Not really friendship, but love, the love of friendship. One is eros, in the Greek. Eros is not really friend, but it's sensual love. It talks about love, but it's erotic love. It's not love that should have been, but that exists. And the other love that is there is filial love. And that's the love it was referred to here when Jesus says, I want to be your friend, or you are my friend. That's the love. But unfortunately, that love by the Greek was extended so much so it became worse than eros love. So it doesn't fit right. But the third one is agape. And if you look agape in the dictionary.com, you'll find it references a lot of times when a dictionary talks about Jesus and the things of Christianity, and they don't say, Jesus said this, Jesus said that. People refer, people think, what people know, people are believing. The dictionary doesn't tell you what I am saying I believe. But when I looked at this dictionary.com, referring to agape, it says agape is referenced as Christian love. Wow. Agape is Christian love. According to the they also said that. According to the New Testament. They didn't say according to their belief in the New Testament. It says according to the New Testament, Jesus Christ demonstrated this love, agape love, that he laid down his life for his friend. Now when Jesus is talking about this love here in John 15, that's the kind of a love he's talking about. Let's go to John 15 now. Verse 14. You are my friends if you do whatsoever I command you. Henceforth I call you not servants or slaves, for the servant knoweth not what the Lord doeth. But I have called you friends, for all things that I have heard of my Father I have made known unto you. You have not chosen me, but I have chosen you and ordained you that you should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain, and that whatsoever you shall ask of the Father in my name, he may give it you. These things I command you, that you love one another. Now Jesus references his association with you and me as friend. Now, I found a few facts here about Jesus talking about friendship. And he lays down in verse 14, you are my friends if you do. Listen to the condition. Some of you think friendship is just, well, shake hands and carry on. You share a sandwich with me, a cup of tea, and perhaps I pay your bill, you pay mine, and that's... No, listen to what Jesus says. You are my friends if you do whatsoever I command you. Now, suddenly it looks like a friendship, kind of dictatorial, a friendship that commands you. And nobody wants that kind of a friendship. I don't want. You want to be my friend, don't tell me what to do. Rather, we do it together. But here Jesus references this, and very, very drastically, the condition is, if you are my friend, you are rather my friend, if you do whatsoever I command you. So church, listen, when you accepted Jesus Christ as your personal Savior, you gave up your old lifestyle and you accepted the new. You did that? You didn't? That's what you're supposed to have done. When you accept Jesus Christ, you're supposed to make it very clear, very categorically state to him, I denounce my own lifestyle. From here on, I pick up your life in me. That's the way it's supposed to be. Well, some of you looking at me and your silence tells me, well, I don't believe that nonsense. So really, when you married your wife, when you married your husband, didn't you say, I do at the altar? You stood there and everything the pastor said, you said, I do, I do, I do. Why did you say, I'll think about it? But you said, I do, I do, I do. And you better do what you've accepted to do, or else you'll fall apart. Why do you think marriages have fallen apart? Because that reference at the altar when you got married was all hogwash. It was something to, like the colorful decoration around you, the food, the glamour, and the glitter, all that fell under that. So after the marriage was over, the next year when you got up, you sobered. That's what you said. I was drunk. My drunken stupor, I did some things. Well, in case you feel the same way about you and Jesus Christ, I'll give you relief. There's a door, you can go. You can get up and categorically state to the church, I messed up. I didn't know what I was doing. I was drunk when I accepted this Christ, but it's too much. I'm going. Take the door and go. Otherwise, here it is. The condition of friendship is you do whatever I ask you to do. Amen. It sounds heavy, I know, but that's the way it is. And I want you to know that's the way we came this far by faith, having done that. For some of you that are not doing it, and have also walked with us for a long time. I saw you on our sides walking, but you fell and got up. You bruised yourself. You messed yourself up because you don't listen to what he said to you. We did, and we came through. You didn't, And you're falling on the way. Some of them fallen so badly behind they are not here today. So, Jesus lays down a condition, verse 14. If you are my friends, if you do what I'm asking you to do. Verse 15. For the things that I heard of my Father, I made known unto you. I call this a privilege of friendship. When you accept each other as friends, you have to be real friends. There's no hogwash, wishy-washy, kind of the world is looking at us, let's act like friends, put a smile. You think putting on a smile on your face makes you friend or friendly. Doesn't. It's the heart. So, here Jesus says, I will make things known unto you what my Father said to me. That's secrets. That's classified information. What Jesus gets from his Father is classified information. It's not for you and me. Who do you think you are that I must tell you everything? Unless you are my friend. Unless you are my agape friend. Because agape friend, a friend that Jesus is talking about, when I tell you some things like that, it's so classified, it stays between us. It doesn't go down the road. And as the rain comes and all the gutters are washing away with all the dirt, you spew out what you heard and it goes down the road. Every Tom, Dick and Harry hears about it before we can say Jack Robinson is gone. It shouldn't be like that. Who asked you to become the reporter? Why did you tell us ABC? I'm one of the undiscovered journalists. I want to help your SABC. Because your mouth can't stop. Somebody has to zip it. That's bad, isn't it? Jesus says in verse 15, all the things I hear of my Father, from my Father, you, my friend, I will reveal to you. So when you receive this message from Jesus Christ, it's so classified, it's so precious, it must do something for you, in you first, before others can see and know that you have something to talk about. Did you know that when somebody stands up to talk, you know that they've got something to say before they start opening their mouth and saying things? You know that? Or the first couple of words they say, you'll know he's got nothing to offer. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Jesus says, the things that I heard my Father tell me, I will divulge, I will share with you, I will give to you. And then he goes on to say, verse number 16, ye should go and bring forth fruit. Look at verse 16. It's giving you the reason for this friendship. How many of you are friends with somebody and they are, of course, obviously friends with you, vice versa, but nothing is happening. You just chat and go, chat and that's it. Nothing really has grown since the time you've been friends. And yet you brag about, since you became my friend, I've grown. What grown? I've seen nothing. You've become worse. Since that person became my friend, like my mentor. That's the kind of a glamorous word that goes around now. In the Christian circle, you better be careful that you don't repeat everything and anything that you hear. Find out, check it out. Sometimes you hear a fellow talk about my season, Christian language that is, that's a cliche. My season has come to an end. What season? What's happening? What season came to an end that I don't see? You see, when a season comes to an end, especially as friends, when we're walking on the same level, and we're mature in the same way that we're living, and when you talk this language, my season has come to an end, I will know before you tell me it has come to an end, and I will be thinking, how long more are you going to take to tell me this? We'll know each other's feelings and where you're going and where you're coming from. But when suddenly you speak some language that makes no sense, absolutely no sense. One time a fellow came to me and says, I've got bad news for you. I said, what's the new bad news? He said, look, I've got good news, bad news. I said, okay, give me the good one first. And bad one, I'll take it later. I'd like to hear good news first. So, but in any case, leave the information. But he's the one who says to me, I will have to leave you. I said, why? I said, well, this is what the Lord said. The Lord said, you haven't been talking the Lord language for a long time. You haven't been coming to the prayer meetings for a long time. You haven't been a part of the Hammer group for a long time, Jason. And if they're not in your Hammer group and all that, they can't talk this language because it becomes trash. It's dirt, spew coming out of you. Don't talk something that you don't know. Don't think it's because you're in church, you got the Christian jargon going, you can lingo that kind of a language. And no, it doesn't buy here, friend. It doesn't. So, there's a purpose of this friendship. Listen to this purpose. You will be my friend if you go and bring forth fruit. That's what he says. It starts with, you have not chosen me, but I've chosen you and ordained you that you should go and bring forth fruit. When I read this, you haven't chosen me, I've chosen you. It's kind of slap in my face. What do you think? You chose me? What nonsense. I chose you. If I didn't call you to come to be my friend, you are nothing, you are nobody. Well, that's what insinuated here. That's what I read between the lines. You didn't choose me. I chose you. Oh, there's a difference. There's a difference. As a wife and a husband, are you having problems over this? Every time, you didn't choose me, I chose you. Really? Sit down and talk about it and get over with it. Because you'll find out both of you chose each other. If you didn't, then you would have had a fight from the day one you started all the way. You'll be fighting this morning. The only time you stop now is because you left your car and came into the church. It'll start again as you go down. The same old nonsense starts. Why? Because you didn't choose me, I chose you. Only Jesus can say that, and not you, not me. But he made it very clear, in case you get on your high horse about this, come down, sit down here. I called you. If I didn't call you, you're nothing. Well, that's what he said. Don't look at me so hard. Without me, you can do nothing. Hey, that's something heavy. Jason, isn't it? When somebody tells you, if I told you that, boy, if the church will be mad about it. What did he say? Without me, Lazarus, Israel, you are nothing. This is Jesus who said it. Without Jesus, you are nothing. For you that are battling with grammar, don't worry about it. Later you can sort it out. You are sweet nothing. You didn't choose me, but I chose you. But see, the secret in the choice that Jesus made is this. You didn't wait long enough. All you heard is Jesus saying, come. You didn't come and wait and find out what he has to say. What did he say? I chose you and ordained you. So, I should have asked the question first. How many of you, I wouldn't say feel that you're chosen, because it's not a feeling, it's the truth. How many of you know that you've been chosen? Don't worry about it now. Chosen? I see all the hands going up in their hearts. I've been chosen. My presence in the church, doesn't it tell you I'm chosen? Really? Your marriage is not working? Look like it's chosen, but you're not working? You mean in church it's working? You're sitting in church, and because I see you in church, you're chosen. Because if you were chosen, listen to what he says, I chose you and ordained you. I set you apart. You see, when you accept, this is why my question always goes back to, did you really accept Jesus Christ as your Savior? And if you're saying, yeah, I did, really? If you really did, then there would have been a change in your life. You would have been walking that new life, the life of Jesus Christ. You would be talking that new life, the life of Jesus Christ. But nothing like it is in your life. So how can you say you've been chosen? If you waited long enough, He would have chosen you and ordained you. And what's the ordination for? Listen to this. I have chosen you, ordained you, that you should go and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain. I ordained you that you should go and bring forth fruit. And the secret of you bringing forth fruit, listen to this, that your fruit should remain. It mustn't be old junky, any old foolish, stupid fruit. You know, not all fruit on a tree is edible. I was asked once, what's worse than finding a worm in the apple or the guava that you're eating? What's worse than finding a worm? I was thinking about it, and I was told it's half a worm. So not any old fruit, every old fruit that you see is fruit, edible. No. But Jesus is talking about, my ordination, I ordained you for this one prime purpose, that you go and bring forth fruit. In other words, simply, you are my disciple. And you bring people in, people that remain. How many people that you talk to about Jesus went to church one day and no more? Huh? How many people that you witnessed to are in this church? Or perhaps they came a day or two, they're not here. Have you ever wondered why? Because of your lifestyle. This is why Jesus was very thoroughly specific about it. When you bring your fruit, that means when you bring people, they must come to stay. They must come to remain. And the only way that can happen is with your lifestyle that they see. You talk too much, they must see too much of your life to stay. Amen. Have you heard it's being said silence is golden? You didn't hear that? Come on. I love that. Silence. It's absolutely, if you haven't seen gold, it's golden. So stop talking a little bit or more or much, and let your life be seen by those that you talk to about Jesus Christ. Oh yes, you preach. After you preach, then you stop and start walking your life. Let them see your life. That's what Jesus says. The purpose of the ordination, that you bring forth fruit, and that fruit remains. Finally, 17, verse 17, I'm going to close with. These things I command you, that you love one another. Now that's a bit a heavier one there, heavy in fact. The reason, according to the obligation for this friendship. You thought friendship was just friendship, you know, he's my friend, she's my friend, and we're just getting along and, you know, sweetly. But no. Friendship has more than that to do as far as Christ is concerned, and agape friendship is concerned. He's the one to really look up to, Jesus Christ. So this morning, church, you want to be a friend? Now, I'm not just referring to your friendship about Jesus, which is important, I know, yes, it is. I'm talking about your friendship with the church, with each other. Don't only have this friendship up that way and you're no good. Martin said that last week. But you're so spiritual, so holy, you're of no earthly good. All they can see, your hands raised, you're speaking in tongues, your eyes are closed, and of no earthly good. You must be of earthly good first. Because if you can't be friends with people around you that you see, you can't be nice to people around you that you're living with and living around, then don't tell me this relationship with God
You haven't seen it. What you're bluffing, what you're lying for. So, you got that kind of a faith to believe this God that we haven't seen yet. You see me, I see you. There's no relationship, no nothing. So let's get that relationship going first. This morning, stop on your tracks. Get that friendship relationship going around in the church. For people that are not here this morning, for people that used to be friends and they're no more now, you'd rather go back and talk to them. Start with an apology. Don't justify yourself. That's again another thing about us. We're too good at justifying ourselves. Now, the reason I didn't come, forget the reason you didn't come. I don't want to know the reason. I just want to know that you're here now while you're here. Amen. So this morning, call somebody. Talk to somebody here before you go. Some people were looking for you, looking at you, looking and waiting for you to make the approach. You didn't. So this morning, jump off the high horse. Come down. And start mingling with people, talking to them. We want to become friends. Now I'm talking about the friendship that has this kind of friendship. That you can talk to a friend. Anything you can talk to a friend about. And listen. When a friend, you think it's a so-called friend, gets upset and turns back and walks away, he was no friend to start with. A friend will listen right to the end of your story. A friend will accept your corrections. Your friend will accept your judgment. Your friend, especially if you are standing in a place where you're supposed to be with God, your friend will listen to you. Your friend will accept what you're saying. But if you're struggling and battling yourself, then start getting it right with God. Put yourself in order and then begin with this relationship where the fruit will come and the fruit will remain. Let's stand together this morning. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you. So in the light of the present situation around us, we definitely don't want another situation like yesterday and the week that happened to happen again, for it to jog our minds and bring us, shock us, bring us. Today tell the Lord, Lord, it was enough what I saw, what I heard, what I felt. It is enough, Lord. You don't have to bring another such example for me. No, please. One situation like that is enough. This morning I decided to follow Jesus. I seriously and definitely decided to put everything behind me and follow Him. And give Him all the glory, the praise. Pray this morning, Father, in the name of Jesus this morning, thank you, thank you, thank you. You've chosen us, Lord. You've called us to be your friends. You called us not just to be a friend, but you called us and separated us from this world of darkness. You ordained every one of us as you called us out from this world of darkness. Forgive us, Lord, if we didn't do justice to that friendship relationship. Forgive us, Lord, if that agape love wasn't in us and wasn't seen in us. But this morning, forgive us and make us right again. We want to become your followers. Thank you, Lord, for your word this morning, that you will share with us your Father's secrets. All that He said to you, spoken unto you, you will reveal unto us. And Father, thank you this morning for people, especially those that hearts have gone out saying, forgive me, Lord. I want to become that friend again. In Jesus' name. In Jesus' name. Amen. God bless you.
Yes, thank you for being with us this morning. It was truly an honor to have had you with us. And yes, that was very profound about Jesus in John 15. The friendship and the conditions that he's talking about. Go ahead and read it again. Spend time, ponder over it, and you'll find that Jesus made it very clear the kind of a relationship He wants to have with us. And it's the agape love relationship. And I trust this morning that you will make everything possible, that your Christian life works. Don't forget also, He chose you, ordained you, that you bring forth fruit, much fruit, and fruit that remains. God richly bless you.